morning. Welcome to a morning in my life with my new job. Later on, we're gonna be discussing fears in a new work environment when we're discussing those and how to handle and how to go about those fears. So I'm really looking forward to that conversation. But for now, we're doing our morning routine for work. I'm going to be completely transparent. I don't have work today, but this is exactly what I would be doing for my work day. I meant to do it yesterday, but this entire week has been, like, the mornings have been so busy. I haven't had the chance to, like, do everything that I wanted to do with my camera for my work day. So this is everything that I would be doing. I'm currently making coffee. I have my little electrolyte drink that I'm making right now. I'm gonna show you how I make it. Am I doing good? Good? Good. So I take my coconut water and make sure to shake it. I fill it about halfway. I have a lemon. It's getting quite juicy. I just take pieces of the lemon. And then a pinch of Himalayan salt. What it tastes like is Pedialyte. It tastes like identical to what Pedialyte tastes like. I'm just waiting for the hot water to heat up so I can make my coffee. I have my grounds all ready, prepped and ready to go. My inner child a little bit more was gymnastics, because I feel like when we were all kids, like, we all took gymnastics for a short period of time. I was forced to retire my gymnastics career at an early age because it's expensive. So I was probably in it for maybe like a few months, I don't even know. When you think about like yourself as a kid and how to access like your inner child, you think about the things that you really liked to do as a kid, and then you try to find ways to do that as an adult, you know? So one of those is gymnastics, and I feel like I can access the same excitement that I felt while I was doing gymnastics by like doing a practice in the mornings. So like my headstand, my stretches, going into that crow pose. I feel like all of that is gymnastic-esque, and then after, when I succeed, I feel really excited. So also it's like kind of facing some fears, because when I go into like a standing head pose, I get nervous because I have gone into a head pose and like flipped, or like gone into a head pose and my neck kind of like tweaked, and so I get nervous that that's gonna happen again. If I want to get better and stronger at that, I have to continue to practice, so I just kind of have to face those fears. I don't read my cards every morning, but if I have anything on my mind, I will speak to my guides about it through the cards. Sometimes I integrate a quick reading to myself. And And then if I need more clarification on a card, I'll just pull another one and just kind of line it up like this next to my card. I look like one of those big headed goldfish right there. This coffee is so good. Building planted flowers. And look, this little plant is blooming as well. He's like, come on, girl, like, enough of the flowers.
So protection, overdraft compensation should Aaron Rodgers retire after 1 year, remains a good non-certified compensation.
We are waiting, Bo. I'm on my way.
Creative, artistic view. Anyone else got their animals on the table? Hi, so we went through my morning routine on how I get ready for a day of work, and I'm sure if you're watching it, I've got all the animals here trying to say what's up and hi. See, here's Blue. Hi, Pussy. Yeah, hi. Hi. And I'm sure you're probably wondering, how do you even have the time to do all this? Well, I wake up at between 5 and 6 a.m. every single day. I prioritize my sleep, but if I am wanting to get everything done with also having ADHD and getting everything done by the time I have to get to work, then waking up at 5 a.m. is usually, between 5 and 6 is usually a must. And meditating, doing a little practice in the morning, going on a walk and being outside, sometimes working out. Try not to be attached to all that. That's why sometimes working out, it doesn't just fit, but the rest of the things I just know help me be me for the day, you know? But enough about that. I wanted to discuss the fears that we as human beings have, it's so natural, have going into a new workplace. I mean, we have fears going into something uncomfortable all the time. It's completely natural. I feel I did discuss and touch on that in my last video, being uncomfortable and kind of getting out of my comfort zone. But now with going to a new job, it's kind of a little bit more specific things that make you feel fearful and uncomfortable, you know? Things that really shouldn't matter, but they end up do just to us, you know, our ego, whether or not people are gonna like you, whether or not you're gonna be good at your job, you're gonna be successful, if you're gonna make a fool out of yourself, if you're going to enjoy your job. These things we find to be so important when you go to a new workplace. They are as important as you make them, but I would just like to discuss based off of my previous experience on how I manage those fears, because I too have them. I wrote it down in my little book. Come as you are from the get-go. You're nervous, it's okay, be nervous. There's no reason to fake being not nervous if you just are nervous, you know? I know there's that saying, fake it till you make it, which I completely respect that, and I do that all the time because it helps me feel confident, and I'll get into that later on in this video. But also, it's okay to genuinely just be what you are feeling and just be what you are in that moment, which is a little nervous. Like, who wouldn't be a little nervous coming into a new workplace where everyone's already acquainted and already knows what they're doing and you're just the new kid again, you know? So just come as you are. Be a little bit nervous, but be yourself, you know? Like, if that's what you are, then be that. If you're not nervous, then be that. If you're loud, be loud. If you're quiet, then be quiet. You don't have to act or be anything other than what you are feeling and what you are in that moment, period. Something that I remind myself continuously in all scenarios, not just at work, but it works at work in a new work environment, is if you're ever feeling afraid, if you have that little voice in your head that's giving you a reason why you shouldn't do something, your ego saying, don't do this because blah, 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 blah. You're having these fears, you're instilling these fears into your brain. Do it anyway. Just do it anyway. I will give you the most simplest example. A few years ago, I was working at a restaurant where everyone was really acquainted and actually like everyone was best friends. Coming into something like that where it's already like a friendship group was really difficult. But I, at one point, decided that I was just going to be friendly to everybody. And I mean that as in like walking into work, clocking in, I looked at everyone in the kitchen, all the chefs, and I was like, hey everyone, how's it going? Everyone looked at me, they're like, hey, like, how are you? Didn't even know my name, but I would do that every single time I went into work, even though I was afraid, because I was afraid that no one would respond. I was afraid that people would think I was weird for like saying hello. It's the strangest things what we decide that we want to be afraid of. And then I would do that saying goodbye. I'd be like, have a great night, you guys, see you, whenever. So I like forgot about that until I started working at this new place, because this is another situation where there's a lot of people working in one area, you know, everyone's already like knows each other, a lot of people working in this place. And so I decided, just say hello to the front desk people, say hello to the trainers, like say hello to everybody. And once I got into the habit, I've already been there for 5 days, but once I got into the habit, then it wasn't even a question in my head to not like say hello. It wasn't even like all of a sudden that fear was suppressed, that fear was quieted, that little voice was shushed. I did the same thing today. I took myself out on a solo date, which also brings confidence. I'm going to relearn this behavior because I cannot care so much of what random people think of me when I don't even know if they're thinking of me, let alone why should I even care? I don't even know you. I will probably never see you again, you know? Like, also, this is contributing to my life, you know? Like, I am taking this video for a purpose. I'm not just, and even if I was, like, it doesn't matter. It's for my own enjoyment, what makes me happy. This is my life, you know? So, feeling the fear, but then doing it anyway, helped me grasp and gain that confidence to do the things that I was once afraid of, and then they all of a sudden didn't become things that I was afraid of doing anymore. People are either going to like you or they are not going to like you. If you have people not liking you and people that are liking you, then that means you are genuinely being like, I feel like your authentic self. Not everyone is gonna like you, not everyone is not gonna like you. Like, you are going to have like a mixed crowd. People pleasing only betrays yourself, and I would know, and it only hurts yourself, and it makes you feel more lost than ever when you just do what you think everyone would expect from you or would want you to do or want you to say. So you don't need to worry about whether or not the people in your new workplace are going to like you, because they either are or they aren't. And if it's a miserable situation, you are not imprisoned there. You are capable fully and freely to get up and go and quit if you need to, if it's a toxic work environment. Nothing is permanent. So be yourself, because the correct people that are going to want to be in your life, even in just the work environment or even going further than that, will be in your life. The people that are not meant for you, you don't want in your life anyway. So why fake it for the people around you to like you when you don't even know if you like them? And on top of which, the person that you're being, you don't even know if you like. Like, you're being fake, you know? You're not being yourself. You're people pleasing. You're being someone that everyone likes, you know? And also, like, that's not with saying that, not like, if you're a likable person and you're a likable person, that doesn't mean that you're being fake in any way, shape, or form. I am just saying that it's okay that that people don't like you. Like, you just cannot control the way people feel about you, and why would you want to control? You have already so much going on in your own mind and so much going on in your own life. To think that you have to also have some control of other people seems overwhelming. Take care of yourself. That's most important. That's priority. I just want to make my work environment healthy, and I just want to get my job done. I want to do a good job at it, and then if I make friends along the way, that's amazing and a bonus to my work days. And if I don't, then I make money, and that's awesome, and I'm really grateful for that. And then I move on, and I go home, and I do whatever I am truly passionate about, or my hobbies, or whatever that makes me happy, you know? You can pick and choose the people that you feel deserve your energy, and then give it to them. So it's okay to be stingy with that. Thank you so much for tuning in on this video. I thought about this for an entire week because I just had my first week at this job, and I wrote things down and I took note of things while I was at work. I made sure to practice what I am currently preaching while I've been at work, and it has helped so much. It really has. Morning ritual as well helps so much with me feeling more in tune and grounded with who I am. So if that's something you need to intertwine with your days before you go to work, or even just if you are going to a new job, or even if you are at your current job and just need a little switch up, then please integrate that. It doesn't have to be as much as mine is, but whether it is a simple meditation or a really yummy breakfast food, or like 5 to 10 minutes being outside, something to make you feel grounded and at home with yourself is the priority there. Tune in for the next video. I don't exactly know what it's gonna be just yet. I talked about solo dates. It might be that. It might be me having a conversation about like the differences between Philly and LA. I have a lot of things to talk about, so thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all in the future. Lots of love and kisses and just, you know? Bye.